All of this is new to me. New faces. New worlds. New times. So if I asked really, really nicely, would you be my new best friends?
Right, this is gonna be fun.
What's going on, guys? This is the Entertainment Critic here, and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a video breaking down the Doctor Who Series 11 trailer. I know it's a little late coming out, but I've had PC issues for the last few days, and I've been busy for most of the weeks doing other things, but I finally managed to get around to watching it, and I've seen this quite a few times now, so I'm going to be able to break it down in quite a bit of detail. I'll try my best anyway, but yeah. I said in the last video that it's going to be more frequent uploads, and then I didn't upload for a week or a week and a bit, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I get more frequent uploads from now. And like I said like last time, I'm not promising anything, but anything I do upload, I will try and get up as soon as possible. So anyway, getting straight into it, we get the opening shot of Jodie. She is breathing heavily, and it seems like this is just literally just after the regeneration. So we know in Twice Upon a Time, Peter Capaldi regenerated into Jodie Whittaker, so I'm assuming this picks up right after she fell to Earth, and she's just recovering from the fall, and that is why she's breathing heavily. And then obviously we get in the background, we get this voiceover from Jodie saying, "All this is new to me, new people," and then we get shots of Ryan, Yasmin, and Graham. Those are going to be the new TARDIS team for Series 11, and I don't exactly know all of the actors and actresses' names. I will try my best to get them for future videos, but I know one's Tosin Cole, one's I want to say Bradley Walsh. That doesn't sound right to me. Hold on. Yeah, Bradley Walsh, Tosin Cole, and there's Mandeep Gill as Yasmin. So there's three people in the TARDIS this time around, which is one of the biggest TARDIS teams we've actually had in quite a while. So that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm not sure if it's going to get overcrowded or not. There was rumors in the past few months there's also going to be a cat on the TARDIS as well, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Because the leak with the cat came out with things about Jodie's new sonic screwdriver, which was actually then confirmed to be that sonic screwdriver that we got in the leaks a few months ago. That was actually her sonic screwdriver, and if I can find it, I'll try and put a picture of the Sonic up throughout the video, because it is a big departure from what we've had before. Because most of them, they've been somewhat of a like Sonic-y shape, but we do know from that what new showrunner has told us, Chris Chibnall, that she's making her own sonic screwdriver in episode 1, I believe, and we do see shots from that throughout this trailer, and it is quite a short trailer, so I wasn't really expecting that much, because it's the first look. It's kind of the first look. The first look we got for the World Cup was a small teaser, but this is our first like 50-second trailer that we got, and it was pretty good. I'd probably say it's probably the best trailer we got from Comic-Con. I'm not sure if I'm going to be breaking down the others, which being The Flash, Arrow, and all of those. I might do a breakdown for the Arrow and maybe Legends tomorrow, but I don't want to break down the Flash trailer because that will just turn out into a 20-minute rant, and I'm not going to go on about that now because this is about Doctor Who, not The Flash. Anyway, getting back into it, we then get the voiceover of Jodie saying "New Worlds," and we get a shot of Jodie and I believe it's Graham walking up this sandy terrain place, and I'm assuming this is a new planet, and I'm hoping that this isn't a planet that we have been to before. It would be interesting to see if it's a brand new planet, and they have said, and it does seem from what we've seen from this series, that it's going to be a lot more cinematic than it has been previously, and that is probably because they have less episodes but a longer runtime as well, so they have more of a budget to throw in because they have 2 less episodes. They don't have to worry about stretching the budget out over 12 episodes. It's just 10 episodes. And at first I was a bit hesitant about having this new 10 episode series, but if they're like, I believe they're going to be 15 minutes to an hour long for each episode, and it was confirmed that each episode is going to be its own story, then it's not going to be any 2-parters in Series 11, which is kind of like Series 7 in that aspect, because Series 7 was all single stories, and in a lot of the fandom's eyes, Series 7 was one of the weakest. I personally liked Series 7. I've made a whole video defending it, but yeah, it's got Series 11 is going to be like Series 7 in that aspect. Hopefully it's being received better by the fandom than Series 7 was, but anyway, getting back into it, we then get the next shot of Jodie and the TARDIS team running through what appears to be a different time period that is kind of going away from the fact of when in the voiceover she says new times. So I'm assuming that this is a different time period to what we're used to, so that being modern day Earth. It then merges into loads of different shots. Like, there are so many shots in this. I'm going to try my best to write them down. So we get a shot of Jodie. She's wearing Peter Capaldi's outfit, so I'm assuming that tells us that it's right after or during the process of the opening, say 20 minutes of episode 1, maybe a bit more. But yeah, she seems to be in Peter's outfit for most of the episode, and then she does get her look that we've seen in the posters and all over the merchandise probably by the end of the episode. But yeah, we then cut back to another shot of this. It seems to be the same planet, like environment that we got earlier on when she said new worlds, and she seems to be having somewhat of a migraine. This doesn't appear to be from episode 1. I'm assuming this is episode 2 or 3. It could be at any point really in the series. I believe they're done filming it, but they're either done filming it or they're filming the finale right now. But yeah, she seems to be having some sort of a migraine or something's wrong with her head. If we don't really know, there's not really any information that's been given out on that so far, but it is interesting to see. And it then cuts to a shot of Graham, who appears to be running through or walking through a scrapyard. Now, don't quote me on this, but I believe throughout episode 1, Jodie is like gathering parts. We've seen this in set photos. She's like gathering parts for building something. I'm assuming it's a sonic screwdriver she's building, and I'm assuming the scrapyard is where Jodie is based. And that, if this is true, then this is paying homage to the original episode, Unearthly Child, which was in the first episode aired in the 1960s, where the Doctor was actually located in a scrapyard, where the Doctor and the TARDIS were located in the scrapyard with his granddaughter. So that's very interesting to see if they actually try to pay homage to the original episode. But yeah, that then cuts into a shot of the TARDIS team standing in some kind of town with the voiceover of Jodie saying, "Will you be my new best friends?" So that is it's interesting the way they worded it, and I'm really hoping that this wording does not appear in the series at all, because it seems a bit childish in the way they're going about it. And from what I've seen of Chris Chibnall's writing, he's written Torchwood and he's written Broadchurch and he's written a few episodes of Doctor Who as well. His writing seems dark, but it seems like it has quite a different tone to the way this trailer was presented. So I'm not sure if he's going for a complete tonal shift in the way that he writes his stuff, but it's definitely interesting. Anyway, like I said, there's a ton of different shots. We get a shot of Jodie with a flamethrower, and I'm assuming this is when she's trying to build her sonic screwdriver, because I don't see why else she would be holding a flamethrower unless she's using it as a weapon. But the Doctor doesn't really use stuff like flamethrowers as weapons, so I'm assuming the flamethrower is to like melt the sonic together or something. That's my best guess at it. We then get a shot of Ryan and Graham, and they're in a dark corridor. We don't really have any context on that as well. I can't really give you any context on that because it's literally all we've got on it. Moving on, we get a shot of them riding out in some kind of like outback plainsy type setting, and they're on horseback. And I'm assuming I know something about this. There was rumors that there was going to be an episode set in like not medieval times, but when the times of witchcraft is what we know about it. And so I think the Shakespeare Code from Series 3, David Tennant era, kind of set in that kind of period, but I doubt it's gonna have anything to do with Shakespeare. It's just straight up witchcraft in this episode. So I'm assuming that might be where that was from. That was why they're riding out on horseback rather than having a vehicle, because horses would have been the only way to get around in that time. Anyway, after that shot, it then cuts into another shot of Ryan's character when he's got some kind of light coming towards him, which is it seems to be somewhat of a threat because of the way he's shielding his face. So I'm assuming he's encountering some kind of threat from that. I'm not entirely sure. It could be him meeting the Doctor for the first time. I doubt it because it's in some kind of foresty setting. So this could also be the medieval episode. But there is some kind of light coming towards him, which he seems to be afraid of. We get a shot of Jodie with her sonic screwdriver. She's obviously pointing sonic screwdriver like most of them do. And the end of the sonic screwdriver, the way it lights up, it kind of reminds me of the Master's laser screwdriver just because of the orangey glow to it. I know they're completely different in design and they do completely different things. It's just the way it glowed kind of reminded me of that when I first saw it. Anyway, we then get cuts into a shot of her in some kind of what seems to be a spaceship and is blowing up and she's running away. We again cuts into a completely black shot with "The Universe is Calling," which seems to be their new catchphrase. So every series of Doctor Who has its own catchphrase. Series 10 was "The Time for Heroes," and Series 11 is going to be "The Universe is Calling." And here I'm hoping the universe is not putting us on hold. But anyway, they then cuts into a shot of Jodie. I believe this appears to be in the TARDIS. This appears to be in some kind of another setting which isn't the TARDIS. I'm not entirely sure where it is. But she pulls back, she seems to be wearing some kind of clothing, which she's building something, I'm assuming, and she pulls back the curtain and says, right then, this is going to be fun. She pulls the curtain forward and it cuts to the Doctor Who logo, and that is the end of the trailer. So, going over my overall thoughts of this trailer, like I said at the start, I thought it was a really good trailer. It didn't show any monsters, which was a good thing. I'm glad it didn't. Any monsters, returning monsters we get in this series, I want to be a surprise, and I don't really want them to be shown, because the one mistake that Series 10 made was showing the Master in the trailer for the series, and that kind of gave away that John Sim was returning for the series finale, and that kind of gave the whole game away. So I want as little as possible of the monsters, but as much as possible from the new TARDIS, these settings as they can show us really before, I don't want to see more of from what we've already seen, because I want to see, well, maybe some more from other planets, but the Earth-based episodes I wouldn't want to see as much from. Maybe some shots, some space shots, if they're doing them for this series. That would be interesting to see, because they're going for this new cinematic look. But yeah, overall, I'd say this was definitely the best trailer we got from Comic-Con, because I'll be honest, the trailers from Comic-Con this year weren't really that impressive. Last year's was so much better. But yeah, overall, I did really enjoy this trailer, and let me know what you guys thought of the first look of Series 11 in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please do hit that like button. If you're new, support is very much appreciated, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.